say thank you to the Giants fans for supporting this event. And let's give a big round of applause to Mr. Stan. Doesn't he look good in orange and black, everybody? Sergio Romo right there.
I wondered who he was.
Well, I'm going to get right into it because I know you had a very busy day, Stan, here at San Francisco and here with the Giants. So everybody had a signed, autographed comic right there of this character, Sergio Romo. We all love Sergio, and Stan, that is amazing. What a customized thing for the Giants fans to take home with them today. What an amazing day. The Stanley experience. Well, let's experience that right now. Let's find out some questions, some answers from these two special guests of ours, and of course, all the inspiration that goes behind this commemorative thing, all right? So let's go. Let's start off with, of course, Stanley, because we welcome you first off to the city of San Francisco. Thank you so much.
My second favorite city.
Oh, okay. Well, let's explain further, Stan. What is your number one favorite city and why? And tell us about San Francisco,
Well,
too.
Los Angeles, because I live there. But this is my second favorite, and this is my first favorite ball player.
Right there, Stan. Well, let me ask you about San Francisco, since we're here with all the Giants fans in the house. So, what are some of the favorite things that you've done here before? How many you visited us many times here in San Francisco?
Fisherman's Wharf. I love Fisherman's Wharf.
Oh yeah, who doesn't? That's like one of the first places to go, and you've had the crab, I'm
I'm
assuming.
an old fisherman, and there you go.
Well, let me ask you this, though. I'm going to ask Sergio now.
Ask him the tough ones.
I will. I'm going to ask him some of the tough ones. Now, you know, that's pretty cool to see you in a comic book form, okay? Not just any comic book form, but you are inspired here by this guy right here, Stan Lee, to create a one-of-a-kind piece. Tell us about that, and what was your reaction when you first saw that custom print?
Oh, wow. First off, he's got a cartoon comic of himself as well on there. For me, just to be on the same cover as that, he called me the Silver Slider. I was like, wow, that's for me, that's awesome. It definitely brings out the little kid in you. And then, all in all, just the fact that, it's a comic book of me. I grew up the same way. The Amazing Spider-Man and Daredevil is the comic books that I started off with.
Feedback, bro. Get the mics away from each other, bro. Get the mics away
Too close.
from each other.
No, but all in all, for us, it just brings out the little kid in me. I'm just excited the fact that I got a comic book of me. And the Silver Side is quite the nickname, so it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And Stan, my question is to you. Let's get into, obviously your characters, what you've definitely been known for here. Here's your question right there. What is your favorite character that you've created? There's so many characters that I'm sure everybody loves and appreciates. But what is your favorite character?
The favorite character that I created is my daughter. After that, I'm kind of partial. You may not have heard of it, it's a real one, but I've always kind of liked Spider-Man.
Good answer right there. I know that Lucille has a Spider-Man outfit going on, but who else has a Spider-Man outfit in the audience? Anybody? Or anything Spidey phone? Okay. Now, what character do you most relate to and why?
What character did I most relate to?
Yes.
Well, obviously, Tony Stark. We're both handsome and, attractive to women and commerce. And, it should be so obvious to all of you.
So is that inspiration? That is it. That's a good answer though. You got to keep it up like that.
I'm known for my answers.
Oh, that's amazing. Sergio, here's a question for you. Now, what does it mean to you to be, that you get to meet such a legend like Stan Lee? I'm sure you've grown up seeing all his comics, the movies, all that magic that he's brought to every fan out there around the globe, and you get to sit next to him right now. How does that feel?
The fact that he knows my name, that's pretty awesome. all the imagination that he's creating, not just for myself, but for other kids as well. I mean, holy cow, I mean, this dude has put so many like thoughts and like, so to speak, dreams come to life. I mean, those stories that we create our own selves in our own head, he's brought to life and put them in. I mean, just to be a part of that, to know him, to meet him now, God knows my name.
Hey, forget it. This guy, what I do is easy. I hang around, I write some stories, I do a cameo. It's fun. This guy is the genius. He does something that very few people can do, and he does it magnificently. I can't tell you how proud I am to be here, up here with him, and in some way or other, I'm going to find a way to get him in a story that I'm working on.
Superpowers, okay? I'm gonna ask Sergio, it's a two-part question. Sergio, now that you have the man, Stan Lee, right next to you, what is gonna be your ultimate superpower? What are we gonna add to what you already have? Because you know you got that arm of yours, but what are you gonna add to that mix?
Oh, wow. That's definitely saving the hot ones for me.
Third World Series.
I mean, to be honest, superpowers-wise, I mean, I've always liked to, go through walls and whatnot. I mean, make me be able to go through walls and throw baseballs through walls and baseballs through bats.
What would you give him? What kind of superpower do you think Sergio deserves? Just looking at him right now and saying, okay, he wants muscles, but what else, Stan?
He's already got a superpower, for crying out loud.
That's actually a good answer. You do. He is a talented, gifted guy. Isn't he, right, fans? Actually, no, I got some questions from the audience, and let's go get that, because I know we're going to kind of hurry work. Yeah, exactly, Stan. Let's get a couple questions right here. Here's a question for you, Stan. What does the Hulk actually eat?
Yeah!
Some genius there answered it for me. That was a clever answer. Whatever the hell he wants.
That's a good answer. All right, the next one is, when did you know that you were going to be a comic book artist? Kind of walk us through that. How did you get that kind of bug in you?
I never knew it because I'm a writer. But if I were an artist, man, would I be a good one.
That's a good one right there. These are questions from the audience that I'm reading right here. What character looks most like you? Looks.
There aren't any glamorous enough. Maybe Tony's problems. Where are his questions?
All right, Sergio, do you have a question for Stan Lee? I'm sure you are thinking about a bunch of stuff. Take it easy on him too, okay?
Well, I mean, you've named so many characters, you've created so many comic characters or whatnot. What nickname or what would be your hero name? What would be your comic name, your hero name? You call me Silver Side.
For you?
No, for you.
What name would I give myself as a hero?
Yeah.
Gee, I never thought of that. I don't think there's any name good enough. Can I get back to you on that? I don't want to give you a rash, impetuous answer, and on the way back to LA, I'll think, gee, I should have said. So I'll make sure you invite me here again.
Would you like Stan Lee to come back to AT&T? I think that's an invitation. It's an open invitation right there. So Sergio, let me ask you maybe one more question. Each of you guys a couple more questions, or maybe I'll do one question in the audience. So we'll do a few more here. What about any favorite comic books growing up? Like, is there anything? Now that you got the creator right here, is there any particular Marvel character that you liked?
I grew up. I started off with the Amazing Spider-Mans. What 1 through 19, maybe 20. I had.
Only 19? You had a stunted childhood.
I mean, I followed Thor, Daredevil. I mean, you can look at the Avengers.
That's better.
I mean,
That's me.
Don't hesitate. Keep going.
I mean, we can go to Fury. I mean, there's a few that I could just, honest. Yes, I definitely was a fan. from my childhood.
Definitely a fan indeed, Sergio. And my last question to you from here, and then we'll do maybe one question in the audience or so. Let's talk about Spider-Man, for example, okay? Why, you know, with this iconic character, how did you come about that? I mean, what was the brainchild behind that, Spider-Man? Tell everybody, for those who don't know.
I was sitting around trying to think of an idea for a new hero, and I saw a fly crawling on a wall. And I said, gee, that would be kind of groovy. No, yeah, I said groovy because they didn't have the word cool yet. I said, that would be kind of groovy to see a hero who could stick to walls. So now the next thing I needed was a name. So I said, I'll call him Insect Man, but that didn't sound dramatic. Mosquito Man. And then I said to myself, Spider-Man. And that's how a legend was born.
That's right, folks. All right. I want to take a question or two from the audience, but here's one from the audience, actually, that was pre-selected. Did any of your superhero characters evolve from real-life friends or relatives? Any inspirations like that, Stan?
No, I never had any friends or relatives who could crawl on walls or play or no.
Okay, and let's get maybe one question here for Sergio or Stan. Good one. We got only two, all right? Good thing. Come on. What is it?
Hey, can you tell us about Jack Kirby?
Jack Kirby.
What do you want to know? He was the...
How important was he?
What?
How important was he to Marvel?
Working with him was the most delightful, wonderful experience. The man was a genius. He not only drew like a house on fire, but he was a visual storyteller. He should have been a movie director. He always knew what scene to draw and how to draw it to make it look the most exciting. He was dependable, he was fast, he was wonderful. I can't say enough good things about him.
Yeah.
And his name was Jack Kirby, and if you don't know who he was, I'd like you to leave the audience.
Very good. What's that? Let's go. How about a question for Sergio while we're here, okay? We got two guests here, so we got to maximize this. Who's got a question for Sergio? Because he's got a busy day here, okay? So I think so. So let's get something good. Come on, good question for Sergio, and we'll start wrapping it up. We got the raffle. All right. How about you back there in the corner? What's your question? Who would win the home run contest? Who? Captain America and? Or Sergio Romo? I'll leave that up to you.
What was the question?
Who would win a home run contest? Captain America? Home run pitcher. He's a pitcher, though. All right, who would strike out more? Captain America or Sergio Romo, Stan?
I don't want to sound disloyal to Captain America, but I'm sitting here with Sergio.
Good answer. Well, one last thing. This is one comment from somebody in here, and I think this is an appropriate ending to it. Someone says, I just want to thank you for your imagination. That's from a fan right here. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for both our special guests. Sergio Romo and took time on a busy day, of course. And ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Thank you so much. We've got about 23 more minutes till we do the countdown to the field walk. Once again, give some Giants love to Sergio. And they have autographed some things already, so they're going to give those